It's a warmie.
Welcome
Welcome,
back.
Rob.
Welcome, Rob, for your first show for 2017.
Yeah, good to be here.
Thank you
welcome
for coming
home
all
from
the way
Hawaii.
from Hawaii.
From Hawaii.
To be
Yes.
with us this afternoon.
That's commitment.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
commitment.
right.
I love it.
Yep.
Not jet lagged, which is great.
Oh, a little bit. You know.
Little bit.
Tell us why you're in Hawaii. Was it a break or
It was,
was it a special reason?
We're not allowed to say, but well, I mean, they asked us not to put on the fact that we're having a conference in Hawaii. We're allowed to mention conference, but not put a Hawaiian conference
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Why?
So, well, it's because I mean,
ASIC.
it's the way it could be interpreted by the media. But now everyone knows because I put it on the radio. But it's. I mean, we pay for it. It's not like
Yes.
it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like Mortgage Choice are paying for it. I
Yeah.
pay for my own fare
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
That's like this year, one of the trips that I do every year has been a conference, and this year it's domestic. It's in Broome. But
Ah,
I mean,
it's
that'll still be
disappointing.
great. I'm really looking
course.
forward to it.
So
But
they wanted to go. This is 25 years for Mortgage Choice, so they were celebrating 25 years and wanted to go somewhere special.
well,
Great.
and
So
why
it was,
not?
it was
And
really
Hawaii is a
good.
great place
I'm
to
still not
celebrate
following why you would have to hide that fact.
because
Oh.
we're a
The media-
commission-only business.
The media could get hold of it, and,
and say that you're doing something untoward or...
there's sponsors there. You know, the banks are
okay.
sponsoring
Perception.
this event, and
God. Okay.
all
which
that
means
kind of
you know
stuff.
we send more
But,
business to
um,
ANZ because
but it doesn't really make any difference.
nothing to do with it. It's got absolutely nothing to do with it.
There's a
Let's
bit of
move on.
cynicism in that
Oh,
kind of
just-
attitude,
Yep.
really, isn't there? It's a
People
bit
that
sad.
shouldn't have a say have a say.
I'm having a check the cynicism this year, even in my own stuff. You know, sorry, that was my watch.
Oh, right.
my Minnie Mouse.
Put that down.
My Minnie Mouse. I
thought,
just
did I
bumped
push
her,
a
and she just
button?
told me the time. Sorry.
Anyway, and we do. We need to get onto our topics for today. So, Rob, first show back, and you thought it would be a great time to talk about the importance
Financial
of setting
goals.
financial
Yes.
goals.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Look, it's a good time of year, beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Have
Yes.
a look at what you're trying to achieve. You know, he who aims at nothing hits nothing. So if we don't have any goals, we're probably not going to achieve.
I like that. He who
what
aims at
we,
nothing hits
yeah,
nothing.
or she, for that matter. It's so things don't, or rarely do things just happen. It's normally because we set a goal that we get there.
Yeah.
At the conference, good example, but it's a bit of a dumb example. I went down to breakfast on the first day and I noticed that they were cooking fresh omelettes. I had to queue up for it. Coffee, cappuccino.
Oh,
but
not
you had
that
to queue up for that.
shocking American stuff they
Yeah, this was the real thing.
the real
And there was a
deal.
massage going on there.
What?
On a massage chair, shoulder and neck.
Oh,
But the problem was I'd only left about 10 minutes. So I only got to get coffee.
Right.
So next day,
The
I gave
goal
myself
was-
45 minutes. I had a goal. Coffee, omelette,
And a
massage.
massage.
Yep.
So I queued up for each of those and I got all three
Great.
in time before the conference. Anyway, silly example, but it's about goals. So we've got to
And
have
planning.
a goal.
It's- yeah.
And then when we've got the goal and we're trying to achieve, we've got to work out how we're going to achieve it, put a plan in place. And we get there. If we don't have any goals, we're probably not going to achieve anything much.
So what is it?
We
so
don't know whether
where-
you've
where do
achieved or you
people-
haven't achieved if you
Well,
don't
that's
actually have a
right.
goal.
Well,
do
where
you?
do people fall down though? Because there are a lot of people who have a goal, but then they don't know how to do the plan to get
Yeah,
there.
sure.
Or they have a plan to get there, but the goal is very vague and non-specific. Like, do you find that? What do
100%.
what do you think is where do people need to tweak?
Yeah, well, I think that, it's something you can do yourself in terms of identifying that goal and trying to quantify it. So quantifying the goal is very, very important and giving it time. So it might be if the goal is to reduce credit card debt, and a lot of people ring up a lot of credit card debt over the Christmas period. So it may be they've got a $10,000 credit card to bring it down to zero by, I don't know, by
June
the end of
30.
the year or whatever.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And also, like, what about, how do people set goals? Because I think sometimes, this is a silly example, but if you were earning $5 a week and you had a goal you wanted to earn $20,000 a
Yep,
week,
Oh.
right?
Wow.
Bit disproportionate,
Yeah.
right? In terms of how long that's going to take to manifest or create that. Because if it was $10, probably to go from $5 to $10 is not such a leap, but from $5 to $20,000 a week,
Might be a 10-year goal.
Yeah, well, again, it's trying to work out the strategies. How do you get that sort of income? I mean, if it's a business person, how are you going to enlarge your business? You do need those strategies that you put in place.
I think
to do
whichever
that.
whatever your goal is, even if it's just proportion like that, is if it was to increase your income by such a large amount, you then have to, like you'd say, start in 10 years and then go, okay, well, how much do I have to increase my $5 that I'm
Yep.
earning this week every week to reach that goal and that target?
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
about kind of picking that target, isn't it, Rob? And then
Yes,
coming back
yep.
very
and working backwards. So if
specifically.
it's a savings
Yeah.
plan, I mean, it might be
Yeah,
to
so
save.
what are some of the types
to
of
buy,
financial goals
yeah, well,
people might have?
It might be saving to buy the first home or to go to Hawaii or whatever. Whatever
Buying a
that
car.
amount is, once you've got the target, let's say it's first home, $50,000, $60,000. You know, you need to work out how much you need to put aside every fortnight or whatever it is to get to that goal. It might take a few years to get there, but you need to have that quantified and actually, you know, be
So how much
deliberately
can you
putting
afford
money
to
aside.
save
That's right.
today?
That's right.
And then you might go forward. So it's going
Yep.
to take me 10 years to save that goal amount. Or if you're just free with your money and you're kind of just wasting it
Yep.
by too many overseas trips or whatever it is that you're doing, then you can bring it backwards. So it really depends on what your
That's
position
right.
you're in,
And
doesn't it?
Look, there's a lot of different goals you might have, and there's the savings goals, the reducing debt. It might be to buy an investment property. Planning for retirement's very important. And often we don't start planning for retirement till it's too late, really.
Yeah, that's a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, and the earlier we start planning and start contributing to our retirement fund, the more likely we will have a good balance there that we can actually draw an income stream from.
Yeah.
But if we wait till we're 55, we're probably not going to get there.
Well, I
So-
guess the thing is, again, it comes back down to that planning, doesn't it? Because if you start planning at 30
Yep.
for your retirement, the strategy is much easier
Yep.
than if you start planning at 50, because all of a sudden you've
I
only
wish
got
that
10
I'd
years
started
left.
at 30 now, looking back. But I have
Seems
to
like
say,
forever away.
but it's also it's just not on the radar, and I'm not really sure how you get on the radar. It's maybe education even younger. Maybe that would get on the radar, like in high school. Maybe I don't know. It's challenging, isn't it?
Yeah, but it is
Were you
important
thinking about
to-
it at 30? I know I
Um,
wasn't. Were you?
No.
I didn't
no,
even have one house.
No, no.
No, me
I just
neither.
had debt.
Yes, yeah.
I was a single mother. That's no word of a lie.
Yeah,
I was a
me
single
too.
mother with 3 children,
Mhm.
and I didn't even have the business.
I was a single mother with one, and I was the same. No business, no house.
I think that it's true that different stages in life, you have different goals to focus on. So
Yeah.
usually if you're younger, it's trying to save enough to buy your first home.
Mm.
And that really is the foundation for wealth, to have a home
Mm.
and to reduce consumer debt. They're the priorities when you're younger. And I suppose then middle years, you're trying to consolidate that, maybe get into a bit of wealth creation type strategies in terms of buying investment properties or whatever. And then that later period is where you start to focus more on retirement. It's probably better if it's earlier, but certainly once you get into those 50s, it starts, the business end of it's
Yes,
is coming very close.
Yes.
I think what you've just outlined for us, Rob, is that really it is quite important to do it at a young age,
Yes.
and start talking to a professional such as yourself. And it could just be that it might not even be, it could be one step lower, I guess, even before the deposit for the home, is if you've got some debt. What's the first goal is to clear the debt.
Yep.
Then do we
That's-
start the
that's right.
savings plan?
And I suppose that's where, I mean, you could do this on your own, or you could talk to a professional. There's a
Professional.
bunch of different financial professionals, accountants, financial planners, mortgage brokers. You'd come to us as a mortgage broker if you wanted to know what your target is to buy your first home. You know, so we can help with that kind of thing. It might be to explore whether we can do debt consolidation if you already own a home. And certainly financial planners have a lot of resources that they can make available to clients. I mean, one that at the conference they're launching in 2 weeks is a cash flow management tool, which is software that's linked to your iPhone, and it works a bit like Xero Accounting, the Xero Accounting system. Do you use that?
Yes.
That feeds directly from your bank accounts. So
Wow.
it's a household version of
This
that.
is really scary
Wow.
because
And,
that's a bit like MyFitnessPal, where you've got to
Yeah.
start writing down how many calories you consume.
So trying to
Your
work out
spending
where
habits.
your money's going
Yeah.
first is half the battle.
Oh my
Yes.
God, my
Because when you
husband
start
would
to look
love
at that, you think, oh my goodness, am I spending
Wives
that much
will
on
hate it.
Will this
clothes?
be a-
Husbands will love it.
Or,
Will this be a free tool?
no, there is a cost to
A
it,
cost? Okay,
and
yeah.
and you could have I think it's $20 a month or something, to get the software, and there can be coaching that goes along with that as well. So it just means that if there's a professional involved in that, you've got someone who you can be accountable to,
Yeah.
someone who can help you get to where you need to go. There's a whole lot of resources that they can make available to you, and also they know which questions to ask to actually help you identify the right goals as well.
Yeah.
Just before we let you go, Rob, I'll give you a real quick example.
Mm.
I knew someone who was in a considerable amount of debt at one point, and they sought the services of a professional who actually took control of their money and did all of that. And someone just recently said to me, in relation to that person, what's the go there? Have they won the lotto or something? Like all of a sudden they seem
Yeah,
like they
right.
have this so much money. But I can tell you this couple walked a really hard road for about 7 years
Yep.
where they did have a home, but they used the services of a professional and that management and accountability. And now they've come right out the back end. So now they're getting, they've got just, you know, one
Good on
easy
them.
debt that
Yeah.
they can
great.
manage. So
Yeah,
again,
no, look, it's so much better. And, you know, I see lots of clients. It really is how you manage your money, whether you're on a big salary, a big income, or a small income. I see people on small incomes that just are incredible at saving and really
Yes.
getting in front, and people on big incomes, they just spend it all.
waste it.
So it's how you
You
manage
live
it.
to your means, don't
It's
you? So
very
they
important.
say.
Definitely.
Fantastic, Rob. Well, it's
Wow.
awesome to have you back.
It is.
Thank you for coming up and seeing us, and Happy New
pleasure.
Year and all
If
those
people
things.
want more information on anything we've talked about today with Mortgage Choice, and you can find Rob at Blue Mountains in Penrith, you can call them on 47399749. That's the actual Blacksland office
That's
number,
right.
isn't it?
That's right.
Yep. or they can pop into the office at Hope
They
Street
can.
down there. in Blackburn.
Fantastic. Good to see you.
Great. Good to
See
be
you in
here.
a few weeks' time.
Okay.
Thanks.